Vuja. Mmoja wanaambia yeye ni kimya.
Hello beautiful folks, I'm just in a job site, just doing one-on-one, just trying to find out our living out and this the standard of living in Africa, guys. When you are just in constant, you never do anything in your life. Not everything you have to start from at any moment where you have just found anything, guys. Life is just beginning as from the place where I was. It's too distant within the village, guys. Oh, I'm just admiring to be having one of the things one day, one time, but it depends with the nature of your skin. When you see your skin and other people's skins, you'll never be admired once again. Yeah. You're too eager to have a certain job like this, but some people, they run away from this job. No? Last time, I had just planted some of the maize in a certain place where I was. But some of the things, they have just occurred and yet have just leave the gardens, guys. But for now, I'm just in East Africa, Kenya, just at Nyabohanse, just at Ayamaras village, guys. I'm just doing some of my content at this rancher. Although I could have started earlier, but the sun has not been risen up from the place where I'm just coming from. You know, it depends with the nature and the place where you are just coming from. You know, in USA and here, they only differ on only little time, which is just occurring here and there, guys. Here is the mason is just trying to do on how this wall will just occur to be built. But everything is coming one on one. As you can be able to see, some of the protective instruments which you are supposed to have here and there, guys. But it depends with the nature. Let's see on what is just going on. Beautiful folks. Brand Bogai. This is a beautiful maze in Africa, guys. I'm just in the village, just a few travel from the Bungoma, guys. I'm just here shooting this video this morning, and to tell you that I'm just at my village at Nyabohanse, guys. Here still, we're just trying what to do on one. And here there are some of the cassavas which they have been planted for some few days ago. I've just been called some of the masons to come and do some of the jobs here and there. You know, I have to try to do on my genetic so that I can get some little money, so that I can even buy some of the clothes here and there, guys. Although you can see we are just in a perimeter wall, just doing 1 to 2 things on what is just going on, guys. As you can be able to see here, also the loamsoil is so good. The maize have just been done good, and everything is just occurring 1 and to you guys. Just please subscribe, like and share if it is the first time to come upon this channel. When you like and share, also to subscribe, and everything will be coming on 1 and to you guys. You can be able to see on how these masons people, they are just doing on their jobs, guys.
So guys, here you see I'm trying to do this work because this is our living standard in Africa. So some people just don't want to do this work because they don't admire it. So guys, this work in Africa is good.
Although, guys, what have you just used to do this in the mixture of these things, guys?
Now we have used just a cement,
Yeah.
and a sand, and we mix it, start constructing this wall.
You know, which ratio have you just put in one bag of these, guys?
So 6 kg we can use it so we have just used this 4 bags of cement,
Yeah.
cement and 12
Of sand, yeah?
yes.
The guy has just been used the wheelbarrow in order to know on how the ratio of the sand and these cements to be used inside here. You know, at times there's a certain cement that have just been brought with some of the Chinese in Africa. It's just becoming in form of a sand. You have to put some of the chemicals inside in order for it to be now a cement, guys. Some people, you know, in Africa, they also steal. Everything is by stealing. But the Chinese, they have just overcome up with another method of just installing of the cement, because they are just working on the road. They have none of the places to be stored, but everything is just becoming 1 on 1, guys. You know, here is the mixture of the sand and the cement, and it's just becoming awesome, and it's just making the wall to be as soft as it can, guys. And everything is just becoming 1 on 1, guys. I will just be always shooting on this video 1 on 1, guys. You can be able to see on how the man is just struggling on how to work hard in order for this guy not to go and steal on their parents' properties, and he can be able to manage on himself, guys. You can be able to see how the wall it is, guys. The wall is so soft, guys. You can be able to see on what is just going on.
You are struggling for.
Hii recording sipendi.
Daso kinto me baadaye. Hello guys. Although as I was just at Bungoma, I had just been struggling on one, but now I'm just in the village. I'm just doing on one on my YouTube channel, guys. As you can be able to see, everything is just becoming one on one. I'm just seeing some of the changes, and these are some of the streets of the climatic changes that they are just bringing air inside here. If you have not been just eager to be my subscriber, just try and be on my as my subscriber. Just entice me, be watching my videos until to be the end, guys. You know, here in Africa we are just struggling with some of the jobs which are here and there, guys. As you know, some of the challenges are just overcoming some of the people here and there, and I know everything will be okay, but the time goes. You know, this Africa, by the way, it has good natural air and some of the good, even as you can be able to see the food that has just been planted here in the garden. Everything is just becoming as good as well as it can, guys. You know, they have used some of the fertilizer like the CN, the NPK and other things to top up this. You know, without top upping, everything will not be coming as good as usual, guys. I'm just today becoming with some of the muscles where they have just brought me to earn the living. I'm just struggling with my own so that I can get some little amount that will just help me to some occurrence of the appearance where I'm just coming. You know, I'm also a comrade, guys. As I am a comrade, we are just buying food, and as we are just buying food, you know, I have to struggle to get some little amount of money so that I can be able to buy on my own food, so that I cannot be depend on my parents each and every day. Not me to even to sleep as hunger, as I am not having some of my hands and eyes to see on what to do next, guys. Please subscribe onto my channel, like, share and comment. Please watch until the end. Be watching my videos, like, share and comment. I love you so. Goodbye.